Hello, I'm Drew McNair. Welcome to the channel. I apologize for the lack of a fancy name for the channel that screams boxing. I just wanted to keep it authentic. It's just me. As a boxing coach, I'm still a baby in the sport. As I've been coaching at Erie Boxing Academy in Erie, Pennsylvania for approximately a dozen years. My passion for the sport has led me to study all aspects of it, including historical trainers and great boxing minds. The late Bowie Fischer, a Philadelphia-based trainer, whom trained the legendary Bernard Hopkins, is quoted as saying, "Nobody knows boxing." I always felt that this was a very poignant statement, as many people who have an understanding of the sport speak of the symbolic parallels between boxing and life. In ponderance, the statement makes perfect sense. I mean, who really knows life? It's a journey full of many revelations, adjustments, and truths. Life, as in boxing, is rarely, if ever, black and white, and many times it just doesn't make sense. In our search for understanding, we are often left with just acceptance, not knowing, but accepting outcomes and what worked and what didn't work. My passion has led me to create a boxing channel that is different, authentic, not dressed up, and truthful. The historical evidence of there being thousands of boxing champions throughout history that all fought differently and all had different styles is undeniable evidence that there is more than one way, more than one path, and more than one understanding of the sport. Again, as in life. On my channel, I will offer my own perspective. I do not suggest that there's a right or wrong way to train or teach. Again, there's thousands of champions that all fought different, and trained differently as well. My contribution will typically be the sharing of unedited, authentic, unpolished examples of problem solving. At the end of the day, that's what us coaches do. We attempt to communicate and pick the lock of each student in order to equip them with the tools that they need to perform, execute, and remain safe. If you tune in, you will typically watch me problem solve with new students, as I believe that is the most genuine and measurable form of teaching. My offerings will show micro examples of successful teaching as well as potentially not so successful. The truth will be observed either way as I problem solve while you watch. The victories on the channel will not be, braggadocious wins in the ring, fighter accolades, or coaching resumes, but the little victories of a student learning a technique, which, by the way, never feels little to the student at that time. I don't claim to know it all, and I will not say that this is the quote-unquote way. What I do and what you will see will be based on my past or present level of understanding as it relates to the person that I'm teaching. Any examples that you may be attracted to, feel free to use for educational purposes. I would be honored to simply be just an influence. Thanks for your company on the journey.